It takes about 200 steps to make a pair of Tecovas boots. But the steps that matter most are the ones you'll take in yours. With comfort for long days and style for big nights. Any place worth going to is worth going in good boots. So no matter where you're headed, don't go gently. Find your pair at tecovas.com.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him.
He's ready to go. He's aggressive.
Here's a dude that swings 52%.
Last night, Mitch Keller was magnificent, and today the Pirates trying to make it 4 straight wins. They'll entertain the LA Angels tonight here at PNC Park. And Keller beat the team he grew up rooting for, the Angels. A complete game effort in the 4-1 victory for the Bucks. Keller going the route for the second time in his career. In an hour and 55 minutes, he made quick work of the Angel hitters. He got a big hug to boot at the end of the night, and maybe a little drink of water as well. So Mitch Keller was the hero last night for the Bucks. And welcome into the booth, Joe Block and Bob Walk with you. And Hannah Mears down on the field. And for the Pirates, really starting to see that starting pitching rolling. That's always the foundation of any good team, and we're seeing that with the Pirates now.
Yeah, it certainly is. That is, every good team has to be built around that starting rotation. You got to have those guys to be in every game, and they've definitely been putting us in all the games. I mean, if we had a little bit better offense, well, no telling what our record could be, because look at the numbers that the starters are putting up. One of the things I love about all of those numbers is the base on balls per 9 innings, just a little over 2. When you're throwing strikes and not walking guys, you're not helping the other team out. You're making them hit the ball, get it put in play. You're giving yourself a chance to be a little lucky with some atom balls or ground ball double plays. Only good stuff happens when you're aggressive and throwing strikes, most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. And the Pirates have had that edict this year to throw strikes, and they have also told Quinn Priester to do the same thing, and that's really helped him become a better big league pitcher.
Yeah, it certainly is. I think he's at that phase now that we saw Keller a couple years ago. He's a little different every game. He's trying to figure out exactly what kind of pitcher he has to be to have success, on some kind of consistent basis. And it's looking more and more, and you and I were talking about this about an hour ago, that the sinker slider mix in a curveball, that might be who he's going to be. We'll look for that tonight.
And when he's been doing that, he's had the most success because he's been able to get the ball on the ground quite a bit.
Yeah, and that's a big key, of course. And I talked about, it's nice to get the balls put in play because you can be lucky that way. Well, you're going to be luckier if they're put in play and they're on the ground. It's tough to give up home runs and be hurt by the long ball if everybody's pounding the ball into the dirt in front of home plate.
But like you said, you need the offense, and the Bucks bats hoping that they'll pitch in to help Quinn tonight. The Pirates offense, Brian Reynolds has been heating up at the plate, and Edward Olivares helped out the cause as well last night. Pirates and the Angels coming up. More to come from Pittsburgh.
Intentional Talk, where baseball players reveal their biggest secrets.
I played trombone. I guess that could be a secret. You got to go long though, Kevin. It's the long one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Sorry.
Intentional Talk on MLB Network.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high.
There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Want to put your baseball skills to the test? Then get ready to show your stuff with MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run. The official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 World Series. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
Kevin Pillar now with the Angels. O'Hoppe will do the catching. Adele hits 7th. Tucker back in the lineup. And Zach Neto homered last night. First-year Angels manager Ron Washington. Of course, led the Rangers to a couple of pennants years back in 10 and 11.
There you see Quinn's numbers brought to you by the Pennsylvania State Lottery. ERA is solid, 3.31. That's an outstanding ERA for a starting pitcher. So just needs to get a little bit more consistent. And the team needs to start getting some W's for him. I think pitch with a lead.
Yeah, that's got to be difficult, I would think, right? Especially for a young pitcher. Having to do that, and he's going to put the ball in play a lot. The Levin Furniture and Mattress defense, Hayes and Williams sure-handed on that left side with Triolo and Joe. Same on the right side for the Pirates. In the outfield tonight, Reynolds, Taylor, and Olivares. Derek Shelton saying Olivares improved, and Grandal will catch Priester, the veteran, behind the plate for the Bucks tonight. Alika getting the start for O'Neill Cruz. Derek Shelton saying with the lefty on the mound for the Angels tonight, Cruz was going to get the day off, but he did twist his ankle yesterday, so it's a good day for him to start the game on the bench. I still see him tonight. Sean Well, ball one. But with a guy who has had 0 runs, or 1 run scored for him in his 3 starts. We talked about he can't try to be too perfect. Well, when you have that kind of run support, you have to be perfect to win.
Yeah, but you got to ignore that.
I see.
You start trying to throw shutouts. That now, what's that make you do? Makes you start trying to stay, stop every little run. Like, second inning, guy gets to third with 1 out. Oh, I got to strike this guy out. I can't let him put it in play. The infield's back here. These kind of thoughts creep in, and then before you know it, now you've walked the next guy. And now somebody gets a scratch single, somebody hits a chalk line, and they got a 3 spot because you were trying to save that 1 run. So yeah, you don't want to pitch like that.
Going to start the night with a ground ball and an out.
Let the offense worry about the offense. You do the pitching.
And so 1 out for Quinn Priester.
We'll take a look at the pitch arsenal brought to you by your local Honda dealers. And you can see what he throws. That 2-seam fastball is hopefully we see that featured a lot tonight. Get those ground balls like he did right there in the first out of the game.
Doesn't use the 4-seam fastball as much.
No, I think guys that will use that more of a strikeout pitch. Try to throw it by upstairs.
Gets a fly ball here out to Taylor. 2 quick outs for Priester. Inducing that early contact, you can get through games. Don't run up the pitch count.
Well, I mean, you know, Stephen was talking about that before the game, about just try to pitch the way, you know, not exactly the way Keller did, but I mean, there's your blueprint, and that's kind of what Keller did. He went at the hitters early in the game, and he had, I don't know, 3 or 4 innings that were single digits, something like that. Maybe not that, maybe 3.
And when he did have some base runners out, a lot of times they got themselves out on the bases. Double play ball out at the plate.
You know, I talked in the open about sometimes you got, you know, a little luck helps you out in this game. So if you're throwing the ball over the plate, you're being aggressive, ball's getting put in play, you give yourself a chance to have some of those good things happen to you.
And quickly ahead, 2 strikes on Drury.
When you're throwing the ball 4, all the luck in the world's not going to save you.
Yeah. Well, Drury at just 156. Angels team is, of course, without Mike Trout succumbing to injury, so they're filling in some guys and just trying to piece it together right now. The Angels have lost 14 of 17.
Yeah, they're looking at a tough road without Trout. Yeah, he was off to a very strong start.
Yeah, 10 home runs. So all the more reason to challenge this group. We saw Neto hit a home run yesterday, but Keller was working with a 4-0 lead at that point. Here still ahead, 0-2 on Drury. And he strikes him out in the 11-pitch first inning. 1-2-3 go the Angels against Quinn Priester. And now the Pirates get their chance.
If we weren't proud of the craftsmanship and level of detail that go into every pair of Warby Parker glasses, well, we probably wouldn't show you how they're made, including this part, which is our favorite. Wow. And this is also great. Each pair comes standard with lenses that are scratch resistant, anti-reflective, and UV protective. Try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
There's an easier way. From painting and cleaning to repairs and more. Taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
So that's how they're so productive. They use Fiverr. Look how quickly they find freelancers. So simple.
Yeah, but why are they working in the dark?
Grow your business easily with freelancers. Fiverr.
I had no idea I was still paying for in-flight Wi-Fi until I finally checked my credit card statement 14 months and $600 later. That's why I created Rocket Money, an app that shows you all your subscriptions in one place. See something you no longer want? You can cancel it straight from the app. Download Rocket.
And we'll start things off for the Pirates here tonight. He'll be the DH leading things off, and then Brian Reynolds in left with Key Brian Hayes hitting third, playing third. Connor Joe cleans up. Olivares, Grandal, Triolo, Taylor, and Williams for Derek Shelton's Buccos tonight. Patrick Sandoval. First time that Pirates have ever faced him. McCutchen with a base hit yesterday. That looks like that changeup that he's got. We've heard a lot about. Sandoval debuted in the 19 season, but he's been around a long time. Pirates have just not drawn his card yet.
It's been a while. I mean, we haven't been playing everybody, every team
until last
year. For a long time,
yeah.
So there's going to still be some guys over in the American League that we've missed.
Now 27 years old, grew up in Orange County, an Angels fan.
See Sandoval's numbers so far this year. Very high ERA of 6. That's not too good. Looks like the walk numbers are probably higher than he would really like. And they're hitting almost 300 off. I mean, Joe, you were saying that.
And Tucker on the backhand can't field it. So McCutcheon will be safe to start.
You were saying when he gets in trouble, guys on base, that he hasn't pitched well. So we'll look for that tonight, maybe. Now he throws. You know, we got all these right-handers up, and he throws a ton of changeups. That's one of his best pitches, maybe the best pitch he's got. So Tucker's going to have to be good tonight. Both he and Nito are going to see a lot of balls hit to him. And that one was right off Tucker's foot, I think.
That'll be an error.
And that's the kind of thing that can, maybe rattle a guy a little bit. Errors, if you're prone to that.
See if the Pirates can put up an early lead for Quinn Priester tonight. Retired the side in order in the top half.
Always looked at Reynolds as being a little bit more dangerous hitter from the left side than the right side, but this year he's hitting the left-hand hurlers very well. So he's flipped that.
Yeah, one of the league leaders against left-handed pitching. That'll be a strike. Indiana's Rob Drake. Well, look at how much movement.
Yeah,
it's hard to blame Drake on that. It looks like a strike the whole time.
Caught well too.
Yeah. That's a pretty nasty slider, pair of them from Sandoval.
In a row there.
Well, talking with some of the people that see the Angels more often, this guy is a real sharp cat when it comes to pitching, but you see the numbers. So does he get on his game tonight, or can the Pirates get him off of his game? Right there, chasing a sweeping slider.
I would have bet the house on. I think was that a slider,
or was that a change?
I think it was changeup. Yeah, I was going to say
a lot of movement to it.
I knew he was going to throw a changeup there after those 2 sliders.
Let's take a look at our Pennsylvania Western University stat of the day. And when Ke'Bryan Hayes gets to face lefties, this is what he's done this year, hitting .324. Typically, year after year, has done well facing left-handed pitching. Look at our Levin Furniture and Mattress strike zone. I will tell you where the pitch resides. To 95. That's a fair ball. Oh, Hoppy gets a force at second.
Took a little bit of a gamble there, I thought, but ended up throwing him out easy. Good arm.
Let's take a look at the Angels defense presented by Phil DiLucente and Associates. Cole Tucker at third with Zach Neto, the shortstop, as well on that left side. Moniak can track him down in center field. Adele, a good arm right for the Angels. And we saw Logan O'Hoppe hop right on that ball right on front of home plate. He does have a good arm.
Yeah, I thought it being first inning of the game, no score, he'd take the sure out at first base, but he gunned that ball down to second base.
Well, he knows what he can do, right?
Yes.
So to him, that was a sure out, I guess.
You're right. That's why he did that.
Okay, Hayes some mine. No steals for Ke'Bryan Hayes. First pitch slider.
See if he follows the same recipe that Reynolds saw. A couple of good sliders and then that changeup. He came with a changeup right away. That is a heck of a changeup. I'm impressed. I've only seen him throw a few of them now, but going into this, heard that was good. And looking at his numbers, he throws it an awful lot to right-handers. Won't throw it to lefties. That's kind of changeup I would think would be good against anybody.
Yeah. Just get the bat out in front. Kind of.
Well, as long as he can locate it. I want to keep it away from the lefties.
So the overall numbers don't jump out at you, but in his last outing against the Phillies, he struck out 10 Phillies in 5 innings. Now they do have a team that strikes out.
They're not very good.
Yeah, but they're really good. They do strike out a lot, but they usually don't strike out 10 times in 5 innings. Yeah. Best team in baseball right now, the Phillies.
Unless they're facing Jones.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Hayes on at first with 2 outs. And that'll mean that he'll be in motion here. Pirates battery.
What do you think? Changeup? 3-2.
If he knows he can put it in the strike zone, yeah. And right on the outer edge with a good slider, and that's it for the Bucks in the first.
After your 9 to 5, your 5 to 9 should be easy. As easy as Home Chef's fasted fresh meals. Relax during the home stretch with a meal filled with fresh, pre-portioned ingredients while your microwave or oven does all the work, so you can clean your plate and skip the cleanup after. Get dinner done quicker with Home Chef's fast and fresh meals, so you can spend your 5 to 9 however you want to. Delicious meat simple. Get 18 free meals at homechef.com.
Everything you've seen me do was made possible by what you don't see. Because when you're not looking, I go to work. Strength isn't a given. It's grown. It's earned and tested. We all have the strength to see what's possible. It's up to us to unlock it. Tonal, be your strongest.
If lawn care were easy, everyone would do it, as well as True Green does it. In just 3 easy steps, True Green's online tools help customize a treatment plan for you. Our science-driven expertise ensures your custom, nutrient-rich treatment works to deliver a greener, healthier lawn. And it's all backed by the True Green Guarantee. Our experts will make sure you're happy with your lawn. Guaranteed. It's time to trust your experts at True Green. Go online to get 50% off your first application.
Dog.
Dog?
Well, talk about a full circle moment for a young pitcher and veteran catcher. Quinn and Yasmani Grandal actually have spent time training with one another before ending up on the same big league team. Priester said when Grandal was with the White Sox, they both worked out in the same gym in Chicago. Priester said to be able to work with him is awesome, especially hearing his thought process on how he's working and how he's attacking hitters. And Grandal told me that being here now with Quinn on the Pirates is mind-blowing. He said he's so excited for Quinn and told him this spring that if he can put his 2 cents in to help him out with an at-bat or an outing through a season, then he feels like it's going to help him out a lot, Joe. How about that?
That's a really interesting thought. And Bob, I was thinking when you broke in, and was Bob Boone there in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
He's one of the catchers. So he had been catching for a number of years at that point.
Oh, yeah. He was already established as Bob Boone.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he was one of the guys that caught a lot of games, I think more than 2,000. And Grandal is today's version, one of those guys who have caught a whole lot of games behind the plate.
Yeah, the experience level with Grandal, I mean, you said earlier how many guys he's caught over the years.
Line to Olivares.
It is way up there, and there won't be any situation or something that he hasn't seen.
Well, he's played in the World Series, those times with the Dodgers.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of neat the way Fort was talking about the way he goes about the scouting report.
Doesn't take it verbatim.
Well,
it's part of the stew.
You have to, yeah. That's a good way to put it. You have to know, what kind of tools does the pitcher have in his toolbox on a given night. Yeah, everything might not be there.
Olivares with 2 outs now.
Let's say your pitcher, one of his best 3 pitches is a changeup. And, you got a whole bunch of guys that they're not really good on changeup. But for whatever reason, Joe Smith on the mound with the changeup can't throw it through a barn door tonight. And so, well, what good is it to keep calling it, all the time? So you got to find out, what you got to work with on a certain night and go with that. And that you don't really know until the game starts. And that's one of the good things about an experienced catcher. They're better off at being able to get that stuff figured out.
Everything to right field, and there's the first base runner for the Angels. A 2-out single by Ohapi. And also, what are the hitters telling you, right? I mean, within a given game. I mean, that could deviate from the game plan, I would think.
Exactly. You have to be flexible. You have to extemporize sometimes.
That's the word I was thinking.
Go with it, a different direction with something.
That's an important caveat to use when it comes to being flexible, a Gumby, if you will.
Sometimes you got to be pokey. I mean, you can't get any more flexible than that. He takes orders from Gumby.
Yeah, that's a good point. But that all goes to, you get into the major leagues and everything probably is coming at you pretty fast, right? But luckily Priester got a little action last year.
I really like this combination here. You got the young guy out there with, he's got about a dozen starts under his belt, and he needs somebody to kind of guide him a little bit. And the fact, as Hannah said, he's got a little bit of relationship already built with Grandal. I mean, that's just perfect. I'm very happy to hear that.
Almost strike 3.
That was almost catcher's interference. If it wasn't catcher's interference, it looked like the bat hit the glove, I thought.
If that were ruled, then Adele would have reached first base. They said now 2-2. Adele is hitless in his last 15. 11 pitches in the first inning, just 13 so far in the second for Priester. Right back to him. And a nice tidy work again for the Pirates youngster. Still no score.
Want to put your baseball skills to the test? Then get ready to show your stuff with MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run. The official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 World Series. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him.
He's ready to go. He's aggressive. Here's a dude that swings 52% of the time on first pitches.
Corey Seager smashes a ball.
The ability to be able to come together and compete every night. That's what it's all about at this point for me.
Corey Seager does it again.
This guy is doing it all. He's hitting bombs all the time.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Pirates baseball is presented by Highmark, the official health plan of the Pirates. Because life, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. And by McClellan's Contracting and Roofing. If our name goes on it, we stand behind it so you can stand in it. Second inning coming up. Edward Olivares, last night's hitting hero, will lead it off for the Pirates.
And that's being a hero when your one swing of the bat scores all of our runs.
Off to a good start tonight.
Another one on the ground through that left side.
Pirates have hit a couple balls his way tonight. Yeah, that grand slam, it's only the 9th time that the Pirates have had a game where all the runs have come on one single grand slam. Now Grandal.
They went through that right side. Nobody over there. Big space. And there's another reason to go that way too. Besides the fact that it's a big area over there. You won't expose yourself to that good changeup if you're trying to hit the ball the other way. You won't be way out in front.
So that's a way to counteract the changeup?
Yeah, sure. Hit the ball to right field. What happens when you try and pull the ball?
High throw, the tag, double play.
Sometimes you'll roll over and put the ball on the ground.
Let's look at our AHN Super Bowl. Yeah, that was the changeup. So to try to counteract what you think the pitcher's trying to do.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about when they talk about approach. That's the approach. That's kind of like you used to call that your hitting strategy, and now it's your approach. But it's all the same thing. So what's the pitcher trying to do to you? What do you need to do to counteract that?
So if you tried to take the ball, if you're a right-handed batter, you try to take the ball to right field to counteract the changeup. What if Sandoval throws you a fastball? How does that work?
You're trying to hit the ball the other way.
So
I mean, you might be a little late on it. Maybe it's going to be foul over here. You know, I'm not saying I give up on the fastball. I'm just trying to hit the fastball the other way.
And then if you do get the changeup,
well, you won't. You know, there won't be a swing and a miss pitch.
Gotcha. We see Triolo sometimes take the ball to right field.
Now, if you're trying to take a rip at a fastball and you get a changeup, that's when you see the early swing and a miss, ball off the end of the bat, hit softly to the left side, or maybe you hit a hard ball, but you pull it into your own dugout.
So in this at bat, Triolo had a 2-0 pitch. He got a changeup. That's usually a fastball count. 3-1, also off speed. You're starting to see it. Maybe Sandoval's not going to throw you a fastball in those counts. And he comes back to strike him out on the changeup. So 3 strikeouts for Patrick Sandoval of the Angels.
Intentional Talk, where baseball players reveal their biggest secrets.
I played trombone. I guess that could be a secret. You got to go long though, Kevin. It's the long one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Sorry.
Intentional Talk on MLB Network.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him.
He's ready to go. He's aggressive. Here's a dude that swings 52% of the time on first pitches.
Corey Seager smashes a ball.
The ability to be able to come together and compete every night. That's what it's all about at this point for me.
Corey Seager does it again.
This guy is doing it all. He's hitting bombs all the time.
The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. You can buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and a whole lot more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. That's a pretty festive headwear right there.
I like it.
Cole Tucker, first time facing the Pirates last night in his career. And wouldn't you know it, he draws Mitch Keller. The two drafted the same year, great friends all those years with the Pirates and still. And Tucker did the rounds yesterday and again today. He's one of those people that makes friends with everybody because of the kind of guy he is. He's just one of the nicest people you'll ever know. And so he probably talked to a couple hundred people yesterday and was glad to do it. Felt better off that he did that because of the kind of guy that he is. So it was good to see him yesterday. And I know that he and Mitch caught up, and that's a lot of fun for those guys to be able to see each other again.
No, I'm sure they keep in touch. I mean, Tucker, I believe, lives in Arizona, right?
I think so still, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just a hotbed for baseball players. So with his outgoing personality, and I think he loves like working out in the off season, that sort of thing. So that's just every day for him, going and seeing people and talking baseball. Yeah. That's what he does. That's him.
2-0 on Neto, and threw him a fastball again. The ground ball out.
Sinker's working. That was another one of those examples. You tried to pull the ball. More likely to put it on the ground.
You can throw him a 2-0 fastball when it's down and away like that, right? I mean, that was good location.
Yep.
We talked about smart hitting, right? The old Chris Stewart adage from years ago, right? Well, the smart pitching.
Well, I mean, the holy grail for hitters is to be able to pull the ball, but pull it into the air. It's hard to do because of the swing path. Much easier to get a ball in the air if you're hitting the ball the other direction.
And another quick inning, just 9 pitches in the third for Quinn Priester.
Want to put your baseball skills to the test? Then get ready to show your stuff with MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run. The official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 World Series. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him.
He's ready to go. He's aggressive. Here's a dude that swings 52% of the time on first pitches.
Corey Seager smashes a ball.
The ability to be able to come together and compete every night. That's what it's all about at this point for me.
Corey Seager does it again.
This guy is doing it all. He's hitting bombs all the time.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Be sure to tune in to Pirates First Pitch to get caught up on all the latest news and in-depth stories about the Bucks from our team of insiders. And we'll have 1 hour of pregame coverage before every Pirates game on Sportsnet Pittsburgh, and it all starts with Pirates First Pitch. Yesterday they had between the pregame coverage and postgame coverage, that was longer than the game itself. You don't see that very often. An hour and 55 minutes.
No, that's I think I called that a Randy Jones game. Remember the old Padre left-hander? He was, I mean, that was kind of his claim to fame. He hardly threw any pitches. He was just a little sinker baller, and he could have some lightning quick games as long as the other pitcher was doing his work also.
Yeah.
They'd get it done in under 2 hours a lot. Zane Smith was kind of like that.
Pirate lefty.
Yes, he was very, very quick. He was very efficient. He could get on a roll and go through 5 innings and 40 pitches. Lots of ground balls.
Seeing that a little bit from Priester tonight. 34 pitches for his 3 innings. Yeah, Keller has now authored a couple of complete games in under 2 hours in his career. About this time last year did so. Changeup gets Taylor for the first out in the 3rd. And now a message from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Your headquarters for luxury mattresses. Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Alika Williams in the 9 spot tonight. Talk about seeing some improvement. Obviously the Pirates as an aggregate maybe coming out of there's been a prolonged slump hitting wise, but Alika Williams slow and steady all year when he's been in there.
And it's hard to keep anything going if you're a guy like Williams, because you're sitting on the bench a lot
with very little major league experience. That's caught by Neto. Low line drive to the other shortstop.
Oh, that's fine. Just bad luck right there. Good luck for the pitcher. Look at my theme tonight. Get the ball put in place sometimes. Good things will happen. Example right there.
And McCutchen put a ball in play. Reached out an error. His first time around. If you put in play, they have to get you out. See a lot of those shirts around. Great to have McCutchen the last couple of years back with the Pirates. All those smart people, they held on to him.
I think they probably sold a few new ones.
I can tell those are the older ones. They have the larger names.
Yeah, that's not of this year.
That's at least from last year.
Yeah, I would like them to go back to the bigger names.
That's what it seems like baseball's going to try to do for.
Well, you know how
next year.
I'm old. I want to see the big letters. I need the larger font. I'm over on the radio. Usually I have my binoculars with me, but.
And McCutcheon's going to reach again on a ball hit to Tucker. It'll be a hit. Now Brian Reynolds will be coming up. Reynolds been hitting the ball hard. A couple of multi-hit games. An average creeping back up. I've noticed too he's hitting breaking stuff, off-speed stuff more.
Knocking in runs. That's 17 RBIs. Not outstanding, but it's not horrible. I think that leads our team. 17.
There's a Tucker. Walker. How about his debut? Paul Skeens when that comes.
Clemente sitting there.
The Cole Tucker debut was a big deal. He and Reynolds came up on the same day on April 20th, 2019. Remember Eric Gonzalez and Starling Marte the day before they collided in short left field. Both were going to miss considerable time. And the Pirates had to bring him up. That's it for the Bucks in the third.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together. Together. Together.
Together.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
There's Cole Tucker, and we were telling you about that debut. So memorable. He was really the marquee name of the two when he came up. And then in that rain-shortened game in his debut, he hits a go-ahead home run over Kevin Pillar, who's in this game, his teammate tonight with the Angels, coincidentally. That put the Pirates ahead, and little did we know that the skies were going to open up. And in that 5-inning game, that ended up being the difference-making home run. Brian Reynolds also got called up that day.
Well, I think the difference is that your first-round draft pick opposed to a guy you traded McCutcheon for.
Right.
So he's not going to be real popular at first anyway. You know, it's like a lot of people are like, oh, this is who we traded Kutch for. You know, that you're going to have to really prove yourself in that scenario. So, you know, Reynolds was in a way tougher situation, whereas, you know, Tucker, first round pick coming through the minor leagues. We're talking about him all the time. I mean, people couldn't wait for him to get here. So I think that was the difference in the two as far as how much attention was paid or not paid to both guys.
Parts of 4 seasons with the Pirates, and then designated for assignment in June of that 22 season. He's bounced around since then, and then as it turns out, Reynolds, he was rushed to the major leagues that day only because of injury. He has never been back to the minor leagues. A leadoff hit here for Mickey Moniak. Reynolds just been standing in the Pirates outfield now in his 6th season. What we call him earlier, old reliable.
Yeah, he's been extremely reliable. At the end of every season, you look at his numbers and you're like, oh, yeah, there they are.
And that day when he got called up, who would have thought, oh, well, the next dozen years he'll be a Pirate. Signing that contract extension.
That's what I mean. That day that he got called up, I mean, there's probably a lot of fans like resented him being here.
Yeah.
Because they wanted McCutchen.
Oh, he had so much pressure on himself. He felt so much pressure that first minor league season because of he knew what that meant. And now Reynolds, McCutchen, teammates.
Good movement tonight on Priester's fastball. He gets it down. The ball's really biting for him, going down and in, especially the right-hand hitters. And that last pitch, it looked like it kind of jumped inside. Jammed him, got the pop fly.
And the guy can double up in Calhoun. Trying to get him to bite on that first pitch changeup. Well, we suggested this earlier. Priester, when he's been in the game, the Pirates haven't scored for him yet. And here we are again tonight. So, but it doesn't seem like it phases him at all. You said ignore that, right? You don't do any hitting.
Especially his. I mean, he's just trying to establish himself as a big league pitcher. The offense, that's the last thing he's worried about right now.
He's got one job, and that is to pitch. That makes sense. Good jump from Moniak. No chance for Grandal with that big jump.
Because this is the reality of it is it doesn't matter what your stat sheet says or any of those numbers say. You know when you've pitched well or when you've not pitched well. And you also know that your manager and your coaching staff know that. Your peers out there know that.
That's pretty good.
So for a while, you're not really worried about anything as far as any kind of a stat. You're worried about doing your job, and his job is to do the best he can to keep the other team off the scoreboard.
And now 3-0 as they run to stay out of a double play there. That was first steal for Moniak. A pretty good catch and throw right there from Grandal. I didn't think that was even going to be contested. A 4-pitch walk. First base on balls issued by Priester.
The 3-0 pitch. It was a changeup.
Well, I guess if he's going to swing 3-0, I'm going to get him out probably on that.
Well, he's probably going to swing and miss because he's trying to pull the ball from the runner.
Yeah.
So it probably missed the changeup. So now you got to throw a 3-1 pitch.
Pilar, in just his 4th game with the Angels, he started the year with the White Sox.
Lost the strike zone here all of a sudden that way.
6 straight wide ones. Belted to left.
Hook. It's not going to hook.
Pilar near the base of the rotunda. A 3-run home run. His first as an Angel. And that's a big blast for LA. Got a 2-0 sinker in and opened up.
Yeah, that's a lot like the grand slam that we got. That 2-0 count, high sinker. Belt high inside half of the plate. Now, and that's a situation that a hitter in the big leagues might sit fastball on and try to drive the ball. And if he gets it, if he gets what he's looking for, well, then there's your result. But the 2-0 count gives him some leeway to maybe guess, look for a pitch in a certain spot, and that's what he got, and that was the result.
And just like that, a routine ground ball for the second out. Try to course correct here.
Remember when we were talking about don't pitch to save runs, you might put up a crooked number? That 3-0 changeup might have been an example of that. So you walk him on a 3-0 changeup, and then a ball goes over the fence. Now it's a 3-run inning.
The Pirates will have to at least equal last night's output. Solidly struck, and a base hit for Joe Adell, ending an 0 for 16 string. So 3 hits and a walk in the inning. The home run by Pilar.
What's done is done. That's another thing a young pitcher has to learn, that you got to be quick to turn the page. You got 2 outs in this inning. Just get it over with. Go after the hitter. Get that 3rd out. And then let the offense do what they're supposed to do.
Tucker bounced out last inning.
But you've been, 3 runs. That's, you figure if you don't give up more than 3, you're going to keep your guys in the game most of the time. So that's what he's done. And throw up another couple of zeros tonight, and you've gone 6 innings and given up 3 runs. Not a great job, not a bad job. Just you kept your team in the game.
Another 2-0 count.
He's missing. Dropped a little velocity here too. That was a 4-seam fastball that was only 92.
Had 34 pitches through 3 innings. This is 22nd of this inning. Runner going, and Joe Adell has his 8th stolen base. 2nd in the inning by the Angels. And Tucker will reach anyway on ball 4. Excuse me. Well,
they're going to have a little powwow out there now. They're going to talk about control. This has been the issue this inning. And not only just a couple of walks that he's had, and I think they were both 4-pitch walks, but the home run came on a 2-0 count. He's been really aggressive, throwing a lot of strikes, and now that's kind of flipped this inning, and it's biting him.
Well, this is where maybe the veteran catcher can help you out here. Let's see. In this inning, 13 balls and 9 strikes for Priester. Going to face a guy who homered last night in Neto. Earlier this inning, single walk home run. After the 2nd out, single walk, and now Neto.
Look at the pitch count up there. He's only thrown 57 pitches. So if he can get this inning over, be about at 60, well, then he's still got plenty of ammunition left to get through 6 innings.
And like you said, on most nights, if you're scoring an average amount of runs, you've got a good chance to win the game.
Yeah, a 6-inning start, giving up 3 runs. I mean, that's the old quality start that they used to talk about. But 20 years ago, I thought maybe that was going a little too far, calling that quality, but nowadays it probably is more appropriate.
John Lowe was ahead of his time. This would be a 3rd straight quality start for Priester if he can get there tonight. Ahead on Neto, 2 strikes. Alonso Contreras getting up in the Pirates bullpen. Two on, two out. Right to Connor Joe. 3-run home run by Kevin Pillar gets the Angels on the board.
It takes about 200 steps to make a pair of Tecovas boots. But the steps that matter most are the ones you'll take in yours. With comfort for long days and style for big nights. Any place worth going to is worth going in good boots. So no matter where you're headed, don't go gently. Find your pair at tecovas.com.
The salty air, the golden light. Reflections of who you were, who you are, and who you're becoming. Luxury meets performance. Peter Malone.
So that's how they're so productive. They use Fiverr. Look how quickly they find freelancers. So simple.
Yeah, but why are they working in the dark?
Grow your business easily with freelancers. Fiverr.
Look at all those snacks. You must be a king.
I did just pay 60% less for my ticket with the Game Time app. It's the best place to get last-minute deals on tickets. I guess I'm just a better fan than you.
I gotta get the Game Time app.
Download the Game Time app to get great deals on last-minute tickets.
So that's how they're so productive. They use Fiverr. Look how quickly they find freelancers. So simple.
Yeah, but why are they working in the dark?
Grow your business easily with freelancers. Fiverr.
Welcome to the Toyota RAV fourth inning. From PNC Park here in Pittsburgh. Angels strike first. 3-run home run by Kevin Pillar in the top half of this inning.
Need a counterattack.
I think if there's one guy in the Pirates lineup that might be able to hit this guy, even if it's just for hits, it would be Hayes, because he seems to take the ball to right field frequently, right? We were talking about that earlier.
I agree.
And he's hit lefties well, but if he sees that changeup as a hittable pitch, that shows you how good Sandoval's changeup is.
Yeah, I mean, he might be right on the timing on that swing. Might be perfect, but his bat's not long enough to reach all the way out there.
Has that movement away from a right-handed batter. Boy, that's a tough pitch.
Kind of what some people would call a screwball when you have a changeup that has that good fade away the other direction.
He bounced to the right side.
That's pitching right there. You get those two changeups off the plate away to get ahead, and then you throw 94 right there on your hands. That's the art of pitching.
So far, the Pirates have not gotten a runner past first base against Sandoval. Connor Joe will try to change that. Struck him out looking on a slider in the first. And watch out. And oh, pardon. Two and 0 on Connor Joe. What does Sandoval go with here? It does give him the heat. It was out over.
You don't want to be predictable. I mean, you would think 2-0, probably a changeup. Hitter might be sitting on a fastball, but if he does that all the time, it becomes predictable, and you're just, that's part of his scouting report. Hey, if you get ahead of him 2-0, 3-1, he's going to throw changeup every time. So yeah, I mean, it's not a fastball count then, is it? It's changeup count, and that's all part of the scouting report and all part of what your approach is against this guy.
So if you're got in the back of your mind, it might be a changeup, and you do get that fastball. It might not be on
That's
time.
why it's better off just to have your quote-unquote approach and stick with it no matter what the count is against a guy like this. Now, if you're somebody out there that's really wild and he can't get over, any off-speed pitches, well, then, maybe you make an adjustment.
Now let's look at tonight's strong performance presented by Bully Max. This was last night with Edward Olivares unloading for his first career grand slam. Pirates needed that in a 4-1 win.
Yes, they did. That was the 4 runs right there in that one swing.
What I thought was really interesting about that is Tyler Anderson was the starter for the Angels last night. He walked 2 guys ahead of that grand slam. And they both obviously come around to score.
But that's kind of exactly what's happened here tonight. One swing, 3-0.
Yeah, Priester walked a batter and fell behind on Pilar. Yeah.
Very similar.
On the ground to Tucker. 1-2-3 inning for Sandoval. 3-0 Angels.
Let's talk about sex. As you get a little older, things tend to work a little differently.
I felt shame, embarrassment, guilt.
Like something had been knocked out from underneath me. What HIMS does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this part covered. 100% online.
The whole process was very discreet.
It made me feel like I'm a rock star.
This product has changed my life.
When it kicked in, I said, yeah, I'm back. I remember this feeling.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
After your 9 to 5, your 5 to 9 should be easy. As easy as Home Chef's fast and fresh meals. Relax during the home stretch with a meal filled with fresh, pre-portioned ingredients while your microwave or oven does all the work. So you can clean your plate and skip the cleanup after. Get dinner done quicker with Home Chef's fast and fresh meals. So you can spend your 5 to 9 however you want to. Delicious meets simple. Get 18 free meals at homechef.com.
Ooh, that's a lovely view.
What are you two looking at?
Tip pick.
What did you say?
Tip pick. Tickets to the show with no hidden fees.
Finished my chores. Ready for my allowance.
Greenlight is way better than how I got paid for chores. Mowing all those lawns really paid off. That was not radical.
Bring your family into the financial...
Welcome back. It is the best day of the week at PNC Park. It is pup night. I am surrounded by so many furry friends here in PNC Park right now. They are all absolutely adorable. But speaking of puppies, the Pirates pup is finally named. Fans had the opportunity to choose between 4 names: Homer, Bandit, Slugger, and Rookie. And our new furry friend all season long is going to be named Slugger. I know that the players are going to be extremely excited because that's the name that the majority of them voted on. But no matter what we named this precious little guy, he was going to be so cute to have around all summer long and watch him grow and learn. But Joe, I'm pretty much in heaven up here, so I'll join you guys back soon, but there's a lot of dogs that I need to pet before getting back.
Oh, I love it. That's so nice. Thanks, Hannah. You know, we got a little slugger right now. One day he'll be a big slugger. And,
that's a great place up there.
You've gone up there before, right?
Yeah, Steve and I have gone up there, and we spent a couple innings up there. It is like a sold-out event every time we have a pup night. I mean, they love it. Fans, I mean, love it. The dogs love it. Get down, ball. Get down. Thank you.
Off the wall and deadening. Moniak will pull up at second. with his second hit tonight.
See what he hit. Oh, that's a good.
1-0 curveball.
Right down the middle.
Look on our AHN Supermo. 21-foot wall in right.
That would surprise you a little bit. On a 1-0 pitch, you throw the curveball. You're not really worried all that much about where it's. You're trying to get a strike there, and then it goes off top of the wall, and that will get your attention.
Doubled up with the curve, and then comes back with another one. So 3 straight curveballs.
The one that got hit, didn't that look a little flatter?
Yeah.
This ball here,
snapper,
much more of a vertical drop. I wonder if the difference was the velocity. Because that ball that went down looked like it was slower. Maybe gravity did its work.
How did you used to put it? It has more character, right?
Well, yeah. To live down the middle, you need to have a little character.
I see.
If every time you throw a certain style of pitch, middle of the plate, it gets hammered. The pitch has no character. You got him. You got him. Get rid of the ball. Oh no! See, he had to make that throw while he's running. If he just turns and throws the ball right away to an infielder, like let's look. Watch this. Watch this. The runner still is a runner stopped. Get rid of the ball. Then there's no hurry. He stopped. Now get rid of the ball. Don't run at him. Yeah, that's the problem when your pitcher's a 3-sport athlete in high school. He wants to be involved when the ball gets hit back to him.
So it goes as a fielder's choice, allow Drury to reach, and it's an error on Priester.
As soon as the runner stopped, throw the ball to one of your infielders. Now let them deal with that. Your only job after that is if he gets in some kind of a rundown, we'll run over to third base in case you're needed. Other than that, stay out of the play. You don't get paid for that.
And Calhoun comes through with a resounding hit to right. Hit so sharply that Moniak has to be held at third. Kevin Pillar coming up. He homered his last time up. Let's take a look at StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. That one, the question was with stay fair.
No doubt, it was just was it going to go foul or not? And really, looking back on it, there was no chance of that either. Oscar's coming out to have a powwow. They are, in a little bit of trouble right now, but if you can get a ground ball now.
Oh, look at that. I love that. The dog's a pattern right there. That's.
Yeah, it looks like he's been changing oil on an F-250.
His name is Diesel.
Very good.
Yeah. No, it's pup night here tonight, so the bow wows having some fun.
Those are beautiful looking dogs. What do you call that? Is that a brindle you call that over there? The
dachshund?
No,
I don't know.
It's looks like a greyhound, but I think
I don't know.
It's a brindle.
Yeah, you know your breeds way better than I do.
Dachshund, really?
I don't know.
Dachshund. You put mustard on those and put them in a bun.
Philly cheesesteak?
No.
You know I'm always right on unless I'm not.
I know.
Well, bases are loaded here, and Priester's going to be.
I've learned that.
Right to third. Hayes can get it out there. And a run will score. Moniak is in, 2 outs.
I'd like to see the replay. Does he still have a? Now it's a force out at the plate. Does he still have a force out here when he picks the ball up?
Well, he looked.
Yeah, but we can't tell because the runner's out of the shot, so I don't know where.
But he looked home.
Oh, it hit him right in the thigh.
That was a good job to be able to keep that ball from going past him at least. Wow. Yeah, if that gets past him.
Now remember, what makes a difference here is it's a force play at the plate. It would have been risky.
Well, Pilar has driven in all 4 runs tonight. His first 4 RBIs as an Angel.
I don't know.
You got to trust the internal clock.
That would have been 50-50.
Yeah. Back to Hayes. Past him and through. Too hard hit. And Calhoun is able to score standing. It's a 5-run cushion for the Angels.
Ground ball that got through the hole. For Hopper.
For O'Hoppe.
Yep.
And Calhoun is able to score. That's going to be it for Quinn Priester tonight. A 3-run 4th and then 2 runs here in the 5th.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big-name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Quinn Priester leads the game with the Angels leading 5-0 here in the 5th. And this pitching change is presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change Service. You can see experts you can trust.
So you see Rowanzi's numbers this season. Been in 10 games, 13 innings. He's kind of the guy that can come out of the bullpen and pitch a little longer than a lot of the other guys. Give you some length if you want.
And with Keller going the route yesterday, did not have to use the bullpen, and then tomorrow a day game, an off day after that. So Pirates can be aggressive if they can get back into this game. Doesn't mean it can't happen, but the Pirates haven't scored 6 runs in a game since April 14th. So it makes it a bigger challenge when, or at least feels that way, when you haven't scored a lot of runs. But the bullpen's been sharp.
At this point, their guy's dealing too. That's another thing you think about.
Foul ball.
That was a close one. This is going to be a good replay. Does it go over the base? Nope.
James Hoy right there on the call.
Yeah, the ball definitely kicked left. Probably went about 2 or 3 inches to the left of the bag.
Contreras trying to get the final out here in the 5th. Well, cute factor high. .97 from Contreras.
Like the old days.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah, when he first came up, that's what he averaged with the fastball. That's something else to see that just there. He was working on some stuff side session after the game yesterday. Strikes out Adele to strand the 2 runners. 5-0 LA.
It takes about 200 steps to make a pair of Tecovas boots. But the steps that matter most are the ones you'll take in yours. With comfort for long days and style for big nights. Any place worth going to is worth going in good boots. So no matter where you're headed, don't go gently. Find your pair at tecovas.com.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big-name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network.
A hole in her paw. Greatest case of puppy loving you ever saw. It's called a dog's life. What a life. That's good enough for me. You heard me say it now. That's good enough for me. Yeah. That's good enough for
The king of rock and roll singing about the kings and queens of our households. Our dogs. That was a look at our Rally House on-field looks. Your city, your house, Rally House.
It's a good name for a dog, Elvis. I gotta remember that for our next dog.
Write that down. Got to pass along a hello to Zuzu, who is tuned in Bethel Park tonight. That's my dog, or our dog.
I'll say hi to Peaches, Sam, and Doc. Doc is I don't know if he's at the house right now or not. He's just there occasionally.
And to Elvis, your future dog.
Yeah, well, I've said 1,000,000 times we're not getting another dog. And it never happens that way.
Yeah. Out to Cole Tucker. Grandal retired to start the Pirates' 5th inning.
Told you he'd be busy tonight.
With all the changeups that Sandoval throws?
Yeah.
And all the right-handed batters he's facing? I guess that makes sense, yeah.
That left side of the infield, they're going to be on their toes. They're going to get a lot of action.
And he has. Sandoval has also struck out 5. Pirates have a couple singles tonight. That one solidly struck. But Moniak with enough room for the second out. It's Mother's Day on Sunday, and the Pirates will entertain the Cubs at 1:35. Celebrate Mom at the ballpark. All moms and kids 14 and younger will take home a Pirates fanny pack thanks to AHN. Get your tickets. Come on out on Sunday. Pirates.com. A lot of moms probably around the pirate ship right now. Billy, get down from there. Michael A. Taylor with 2 outs here in the 5th. Taylor got off to that torrid start where he was 12 for 25. Pirates picked him up as a free agent, signed about halfway through spring training. And could not hold up. Jonathan Parra says strike 2 and 2. Hard to time up that changeup.
That bat.
Yeah, it's a great look.
Oh, I just had a thought. Remember the sensor we were talking about last night?
Oh yeah.
How about they put that on the end of the bat? And there's your check swing calls.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. So yeah. So you could that way they know if it's broken a certain plane.
Yeah.
But where is a swing?
Well, they'll have to make a rule for that.
A new rule.
Yeah, they're good at that. So I think they'll figure that out. But that sensor on the bat, there you go. There's your check swing.
And what if the ball hits the sensor? Is that part of the bat now?
Well, yeah, it's just of course, be a foul ball.
What if you put it in play? Oh, he hit it off the sensor.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
That's what a sensor does. It senses. Out to Pilar. And the Pirates retired in order in the 5th.
Sandoval is rolling.
If lawn care were easy, everyone would do it, as well as True Green does it. In just 3 easy steps, True Green's online tools help customize a treatment plan for you. Our science-driven expertise ensures your custom, nutrient-rich treatment works to deliver a greener, healthier lawn. And it's all backed by the True Green Guarantee. Our experts will make sure you're happy with your lawn. Guaranteed. It's time to trust your experts at True Green. Go online to get 50% off your first application.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him.
He's ready to go. He's aggressive. Here's a dude that swings 52% of the time on first pitches.
Corey Seager smashes the ball.
The ability to be able to come together and compete every night. You know, that's what it's all about at this point for me.
Corey Seager does it again.
This guy is doing it all.
He's hitting bombs all the time.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network.
Let's look at the road ahead, presented by Nissan. Shop nissanusa.com today. And tomorrow afternoon, remember it's an afternoon game, Jose Soriano, the former Rule 5 pick of the Pirates. First time that he'll oppose Pittsburgh. And Martin Perez, no stranger to the Angels. 12:35 first pitch tomorrow. And Perez, all those years pitching in the American League West with Texas.
He knows them.
Cole Tucker to the big field. Quick out for Roansy Contreras here. Came on and got the final out in the 5th inning. Saw him touch 97 last inning. Well, maybe he'll follow in the footsteps of Luis Ortiz. Ortiz has been very good out of the bullpen for the Pirates. And a base hit for Neto out of the 9 spot. Ortiz or Contreras, two guys who had done well, at least in a short time, as starting pitchers with the Pirates.
Now,
Still very young.
Season started last year. There were a lot of us, and I include myself, thought that they were going to be a huge part of our rotation. And it just didn't work out for either one of them. And now they're trying to find that niche in the bullpen. And Ortiz, as you say, definitely is pitching very well.
Ortiz is just 25. Contreras still just 24 years old. It'll be ruled a pass ball.
I wonder if that was a cross-up. See Grandal look back at him. You know, it was a fastball, but it was only 92. Which is kind of odd.
Could that have been a changeup? But that wouldn't cross him up, I don't think, right?
It looked like a four-seam round when he released it.
Now puts Neto in its.
It wouldn't cross him up as long as you've communicated to your catcher beforehand, before the game, and ask his permission. Hey, when you put down 1, if I want to throw a changeup, can I throw it off of that? A lot of catchers will say, yeah, that's fine.
And what about with the pitch com?
But some guys will say, no, I don't do that. I don't know about pitch com. It's,
you know, when you pitched with pitch com.
Yeah. It's not, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I think when you're throwing like a circle change, that's, yeah, let's say your changeup is a good split finger pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that ball, if it's a really good one, is going to go in and drop.
Okay.
So a lot of catchers don't want to be sitting fastball and they get that dropping split finger pitch.
I see where that would make sense, yeah.
But if it's just a straight change, a lot of them will be fine with that. And the reason that some pitchers like to do that, I'll wait till this pitch is thrown.
Foul ball.
Is that, you know, gets away. Now here, you don't have to worry about it because it's pitch calm, and you don't see a lot of shaking off. But you don't want to stand out there and shake 3 times to get to a changeup, or maybe even twice to get to a changeup, because that might tip what it is you're going to throw.
Served into right. Sandoval is going to pick up a run batted in, and the Angels lead 6-0. Well, we've seen some really solid pitching from the Pirates really the last couple 3 weeks. This is a rare night where it's gotten away from them now.
No stride there. He just shifts his weight, swings the bat, opens his hips. There is no stride whatsoever. No problem getting the front foot down when you don't ever lift it up.
Ball 1 to Moniak. Started that 2-run inning with that double. Hats off to him. He was the first overall pick of the Phillies back in the 2016 draft. Traded for Noah Syndergaard at the deadline in 22.
Syndergaard had some great years, didn't he? Before injuries started messing with him.
A really hard thrower. When he first came up with the Mets. Thor. Rounding to first. And a second out. Pirates baseball is brought to you in part by Confluence Financial Partners, wealth management focused on maximizing lives and legacies.
Second baseman Brandon Drury.
Man at second with 2 away, a run in off Contreras here in the 6th. Brandon Drury. All these years where you pick up a guy, doesn't move the needle for you. Well, once in a while a guy will just break out, and that's what happened with Drury. Had some middling years, not bad seasons with Arizona and the Yankees, Toronto, and then he had that great year with the Reds. No outs will be recorded there on that hard bouncer. So Angels on the corners. Yeah, he won a Silver Slugger with the Reds a couple years ago.
Couldn't tell what that ball hit. Did it go off his glove? Nope.
And that was just like what happened to Hayes on that ball in the 5th inning.
Or Tucker in that ball in the 1st inning.
No, you're right.
I've seen some infielders not get leather on it and take it off their bodies.
So that hit for Drury will snap an 0 for 18. Now Calhoun has scored a run in each of his last 2 times. This time he'll be put out to end the 6th. Angels add a run. 6-0 for the Angels.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
To cancer.
Together.
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 Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. Buy and manage your game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and a whole lot more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. And some ice cream or a frosty beverage on a warm night in Pittsburgh. Glad you're with us here on this Tuesday night. Wish we had a better report. It's been all Angels so far. Pirates have managed a couple of singles off Patrick Sandoval. First time that they've seen this left-hander. We had heard about his changeup. Now we're seeing it. That time a curveball to Alika Williams. Sandoval has retired 7 in a row now. Out to right field. Solidly hit, but 1 out. You can now stream Pirates games in a whole new way with SNP 360. Just go to getsnp360.com to watch your Bucks, and anyone in Pirates territory can sign up and watch direct to consumer, or log in with your current provider and get direct access to live games and all the Pittsburgh sports content you love. McCutchen has hit the ball to Cole Tucker twice and has been on both times. 1 out of 2 night.
Well, I'm going to hand it to you tonight. You know, before the game, you went snooping around a little bit, came back with an outstanding scouting report on this guy. You nailed it right on the head, dude. This is the kind of guy, one of the things you said about him, this is the kind of guy that if he gets on a roll, we might be scuffling a little bit, and that's what's happened here.
Well, the game started when McCutchen reached on an error. And sometimes that can, especially in the first inning, well, the old adage, you get to a guy in the first inning, you know. But this is on this foul ball, McCutchen on deck, trying to give it a whirl. It's fun to watch what Kutch is doing away from the ball. Always something that can please the fans. The game is fun.
You know, once you get, you know, you're established, and that's when I think you really start having a good time with it out there. You know, it's fun for everybody. But when you're a rookie, or even maybe in your second year, and you don't feel like, you know, you're totally locked in to that roster spot or something, it's serious business. You can't.
You don't want to rub anybody the wrong way.
Yeah. But you can start doing all kinds of stuff when you're having a good time, and you should be doing stuff like that because
it allows your personality.
Yeah, and it's a 6-month season. It goes on and on and on. You better be having fun out there.
That guy have any personality?
He's on it. He's on it. He's on it.
Got to keep it light, like you said. I mean, you're gonna have nights like this where you fall behind, and it's all right, and then you're gonna have nights where you're jumping up and down and celebrating, and many in between. So 2 outs, and here is Brian Reynolds. All right, 3rd time through for the Pirates. Look at our Levin Furniture and Mattress strike zone. When you're getting the yarn of the baseball over the strike zone and nothing more, that's tough to hit.
He's got a lot of weapons, and tonight he's got the command to really pitch with them.
This was the Angels' opening day starter. Didn't even really bring out that curveball the first couple times through. It's got a sharp break to it. They struck out 10 Phillies in 5 innings in that last start. Sandoval on the 1-2. Softly hit to Neto.
Jeez, Sandoval, get that glove out of the way. Smart man.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Want to put your baseball skills to the test? Then get ready to show your stuff with MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run. The official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 World Series. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
Pirates baseball is presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust. No need to do it yourself. They'll do it for you. Take care of it.
Keep your hands clean. Keep the oil off your face.
That's right. Bob's a do-it-yourselfer. 99% of the time, works every time.
I mean, 92% of the time.
Pilar hit a 3-run home run in the 4th, and that broke a scoreless game at that point. Drove in a run with a fielder's choice in the 5th inning. And he has hit another home run. How about a night for Kevin Pilar?
That was a hanging slider.
Just joined the Angels on Wednesday after the White Sox let him go. And he has really helped out the Angels' cause tonight with 5 RBIs.
Excuse me, right? That's very top of the zone, about belt high. Bad location for a slider.
Ties a career most, 5 RBIs for Pilar. He's played in more than 1,100 big league games. Hoppy drove in a run with a single his last time. That was the final batter that Priester faced. Went 4 2/3. Priester, the first 3 innings, retired 9 of the 10 hitters on 34 pitches. A little soft serve, base hit. 3 hits tonight for O'Hoppe.
They're getting their hits. 12 now.
Use them all up tonight. What do you think got Priester in a jam in that 4th inning?
Control. Lack of control. He's throwing the ball pretty much where he wanted to, being very aggressive in the strike zone, and then had a couple of walks that fell behind 2-0. Threw a middle inside half fastball, and that cost him 3 runs.
And the Angels got it going again in that 5th inning to the tune of a couple of more.
Who did he walk before the home run?
Calhoun. Yeah. And now Fleming getting up.
That was, if he could do like a do-over on a certain hitter, I think that would be the one he'd probably pick.
He threw him a 3-0 changeup, you pointed out.
Yeah, but he wanted to do over for the at bat, not that pitch.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to have to make a 3-0 pitch there. They stole second too, didn't they? On a pitch just before that, like on the second pitch or something.
Moniak did, yeah.
So I mean that hurt him also. They
tried to stay out of double play with Calhoun up.
Yeah, and you know, maybe if he's at first base, you're a little more aggressive throwing strikes. They're going after that ground ball. Now you got a runner in scoring position, and now maybe you're.
Grandal blocks it 2-2.
More worried about the base hit. Maybe trying to miss the bat a little bit in that scenario.
Yeah, at that stage it was a scoreless affair.
Little tiny decisions you make while you're out there. You could sit after a game and just think back, why did he do that for? Shouldn't have done that. Should have done this. It's not always like that, because sometimes, you know, the mistakes you end up making are physical mistakes. It's not what you were trying to do. It just happened.
And that strikeout was presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future. Second time that Contreras has struck out Adele tonight. And Cole Tucker. Tucker 0 for 2 with that walk. Yeah, Ron Washington's playing in both games of this series. Why not? A lot of times you see that guy play his old team, especially the first time they play the old team. Yeah, they want to turn it up another notch. There's Wash. Ron Washington came over as a longtime coach with Atlanta. Managed the Rangers to a couple of pennants. Trying to steady this ship. The Angels have lost 14-17, and they've lost their star player Mike Trout for at least most of this season. Change up that time from Contreras. Yeah, this guy wanted to see, assumedly, his favorite player, but yeah, Trout meniscus surgery going to be out most of the season. Also, Rick Rhoden has retired, so couldn't see him tonight.
I didn't notice that. I wasn't sure what you were going for there, but yeah, Rhoden's not here.
Able to get one out. Pennsylvania Western University educating you. And for Zach Neto, only 217 plate appearances before he got called up to the major leagues. That's all he had in the minors, and was called up the year after he was drafted. Same thing with the on deck hitter Sandoval. He was only 97 plate appearances. So the Angels have taken some of these hitters. They have almost no minor league experience and put them right in the major leagues.
Youth movement.
Yeah, not your older brothers Angels, where they would bring in all the big name free agents. They've still tried to do that in part, but that was not very successful. So they're drafting highly, trying to pick some guys that maybe are close to big league ready in their estimation.
Yeah, they've certain years they've spent as much money as anybody.
Anthony Rendon, it comes to mind. He's on the injured list.
They've taken some swings at some big free agents.
And Contreras comes back to strike out Neto. Home run by Pilar, though, gets the Angels up 7-0.
Cash in on the basketball action with Prize Picks. Pick more or less on 2 or more players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Playoff time is your time. Squad up with the millions of Prize Picks members across the country who are turning up for every big moment. Use code TV during the playoffs for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app.
Abuelita, my father, my whole family, and Grand Canyon University made me the man I am today. Hi, Tia. I think I'm gonna do Grand Canyon University's online program and get my master's degree.
Trata de llevar a tu familia en el corazón y lograrás lo que tú quieres. Estoy muy orgullosa de ti.
I have an announcement sometime, so I'm going to get my master's degree online at Grand Canyon University.
Find your purpose at GCU.
Look at all those snacks. I did just pay 60% less for my ticket with the Game Time app. It's the best place to get last-minute deals on tickets. I guess I'm just a better fan than you. I gotta get the Game Time app. Download the Game Time app and use promo code VIVA to get $20 off your first purchase.
Coming up on Saturday, the Pirates will host the Cubs at 4:05, and the first 20,000 fans get to take home a free T-shirt designed by Pirates shortstop O'Neal Cruz, and that's all thanks to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Get your tickets at pirates.com/free T-shirts. Saturday afternoon. Great design work by O'Neal Cruz. I'm working on his next one right now. See, everybody's chipping in. In the air to Drury. Pirates have 2 singles tonight. Sandoval has not walked anybody.
This is about as good as we've seen right here. He's been in command.
He's taken a no-hitter into the 9th inning before. That won't happen tonight, but just to illustrate his capabilities. A few years ago in Minnesota, went 8 1/3, no-hit ball. Keeps the ball in the ballpark too. That's something that he's done better than just about anybody. Into the big part of this park, lost it. And Connor Joe will end up the first Pirate at second base tonight.
Now, one thing too he's had to do is pitch around some not great defense, we'll say.
Well, Pilar's driven in 5 tonight, so yeah, I don't know if he lost it in the lights or just lost it, but didn't seem like it got up high enough for that. But
lost it something.
And it'll be credited as a double for Connor Joe. And O'Hoppe wants to chat with Sandoval right away here. Sandoval, excuse me, 9th double for Connor Joe.
That might keep him from getting a complete game tonight, because he'll have to throw more pitches this inning here in the 7th. He's sitting at 88. You know, they might let him go 110, something like that, but That'll be very difficult now to finish this inning and then get 6 more outs.
Well, for the first time tonight, the Angels bullpen start to get active. Luis Garcia. Olivares has really the only uncontested hit for the Pirates tonight. And that was that single that started the 2nd inning. And even that ball still passed an infielder. What would have been a difficult play. Olivares with a grand slam yesterday. Also had a double. Out to Cole Tucker. Gets it across for the 2nd out, and Connor Joe at 2nd.
A nice pick over at first base. We needed that one to get by him.
Not on that ball, and so 2 men are out. That was the Pirates' first at bat with a man in scoring position tonight. That's how good Sandoval's been.
Got a call on that one. A little bit outside.
So now 1-1 on Grandal. Now 3-1. Grandal's a switch hitter, and this has been typically his better side recent years, batting right-handed. Garcia been loosening since Joe hit the ball. Just got the zone. What's a catcher usually say? Better give that to my guy.
That might be one of them. Oh, it's 7-0 calls. I was kind of curious about the pitch selection there. 7-0, a 3-1 changeup, 3-2 curveball.
You're thinking, I got to make sure I throw a strike there no matter what.
Well, he's
right?
probably a base on balls being out of this game.
Yeah.
Well, base hit being out of the game too, I guess you could counter with. But you got a better chance of, I think, getting him out if you throw a strike. He is all around the strike zone. Another changeup.
Maybe that's the pitch he thinks he can locate best for a strike. I don't know. But yeah, typically a fastball.
Yeah, typically. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like your best fastball.
Another 3-2. And he walked him. Threw him a 3-2 curveball.
I always counter with distance. Pitchers will say, well, yeah, but I throw that slider better than anything. And I said, okay, I'm gonna stick a bottle on that fence post over there. It could be $500. You knock it off. You gonna throw a slider at it or a fastball?
Great point. And Ron Washington, after his first walk tonight.
You know, it looks like Sandoval calls his own pitches. See his glove?
Yeah, he's been doing that all night. Yeah.
I haven't really paid any attention until now, and I see he's got the pitch count column on his glove, so he's telling the catcher what he's throwing.
Well, Washington is going to leave in his starting pitcher at 99 pitches. And a few days ago, reliever Amir Garrett was in the game. And he's telling everybody, all right, just me and him. Can we count on you, AG? That's his Twitter handle. So, yeah, for X. And then he finished the inning. So the manager has confidence in you. Leland would do that once in a while, I think, right?
What, leave a guy in after going out there?
Yeah. No?
It'd be rare.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen one-on-one like that before. Excuse me, this is a private meeting?
Well, a lot of times everybody wouldn't come in the old days. You know, you have the catcher and the pitch coach out there and everybody else. What's the shortstop going to add to the meeting? But nowadays, yeah, everybody comes, gathers around.
There used to be a rule in one of the leagues where the infielders could come, and then one league that they could not. Maybe that was the National
You know,
League. I can't remember.
There was, well, that one probably had to be American League, because there are certain times where you want all the infielders to come in because you're going to tell them where they're, you know, how you want them to play in a certain scenario.
And Triolo strikes out looking. Pirates leave 2 on. And it stays 7-0 Angels.
Let's talk about sex. As you get a little older, things tend to work a little differently.
I felt shame, embarrassment, guilt.
Like something had been knocked out from underneath me. What HIMS does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this part covered. 100% online.
The whole process was very discreet.
It made me feel like I'm a rock star.
This product has changed my life.
When it kicked in, I said, yeah, I'm back. I remember this feeling.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
When it comes to tickets, pick TickPick. You're picking the best prices guaranteed, with no hidden fees ever. Pick from thousands of live events. No hidden fees, more savings. Download the TickPick app.
Are you going higher or lower? With Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em game, that's the only choice you have to make. It's easy, it's fun, and it's the best way to put more sweat in watching your favorite team. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com to get started.
I had no idea I was still paying for in-flight Wi-Fi until I finally checked my credit card statement. 14 months and $600 later. That's why I created Rocket Money, an app that shows you all your subscriptions in one place. See something you no longer want? You can cancel it straight from the app. Download Rocket Money today.
And some hugs for Patrick Sandoval, the Angels starter, through 7 scoreless tonight. Looks like that'll be the end of his night. He got a second chance.
Yeah, even though his pitch count got up there, he wanted to prove, I think, on that last strikeout that he had a little gas left in the tank. I mean, that was probably the best fastball he's thrown velocity-wise all night on his very last pitch of the game for strike 3. That was impressive.
And so keeps the Pirates off the board after Triolo struck out looking. And that kind of night, Sandoval very good. Now Josh Fleming on.
Fleming's numbers this year in his 13 games. He's pitched very well. Opposition not even hitting 200 off of him.
Left on left to start. Contreras went 2 1/3. Picking up for Priester, who started tonight. That is fair. Going line to line. Sandoval with a double.
Staying inside the ball with that swing. Slicing, but not enough.
And just a few inches.
And then, of course, it went over and hit that advertising sign over there, and then that kicks it into shallow left field. And it takes a long time then to change direction. Reynolds, that gave him a double.
Moniak 2 hits tonight. Now Sandoval was drafted last year by the Angels.
Yeah, one of those little young players you were talking about that they've decided to throw their lot in with.
Yeah, he played a month with the Angels last year. And Moniak, when he was the first overall pick of the Phillies, he didn't come up until 4 years later.
Yeah, high school guy.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, high school player. Really didn't even ever get any long run with the Phillies before he got traded. Now, Sandoval was out of college, Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, years and years ago, probably in the real early 70s, maybe it was. The Texas Rangers got a
David Clyde.
Yeah, and he was a high school kid. Right?
Yes.
Right out of high school, and they put him right on the mound in the big leagues. Didn't stay there very long, but they did that to him.
Fleming comes back with a strikeout. Ran out of bat.
Pretty good breaking ball, yep. Bat's not long enough.
Now Fleming has done a nice job in relief for the Pirates. He came over as a free agent. The Rays non-tendered him. Always gotten a lot of ground balls. Getting a lot of chase this year too, as we just saw that with Moniak. And the utility pitcher.
He's another one of those guys who give you 2, maybe 3 innings if you game situation called for it.
Started a bullpen game, for instance. You got 2 outs and a tough lefty, or you want to come in, runner at first, you need a ground ball, get out of the inning. Do a lot of different things for you. Useful guy to have.
Yeah, if you only have one lefty in that bullpen, it's always like, well, when do you use him? You know, well, I can't use him now. I might need him later. You know, you're fighting like that in your mind. But you look at him as like a trump card against left-handed hitters. When do you play it? Well, if you got 2 guys down there, well, then you need a lefty in the to get out of the 6th inning. You can use them.
Pirates are without Ryan Baraki for a good while longer now.
Yeah, they had 3 lefties start the season. That's a luxury. It's a good luxury.
Especially when it's 3 guys you can trust. Not just figures.
Yeah, that's important too. You can't just have a lefty just because he's left-handed. He has to actually.
I mean, sometimes you see that. Yeah, he comes back with another strikeout.
It's like I remember asking somebody one time about if a player can play the outfield. And they said, well, yeah, he can stand out there.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to handle the job, regardless of
handedness.
What else you're looking at?
Yeah.
And Fleming definitely fills that role. He and Brecky both. They're very solid guys who come in. You know you're going to get strikes thrown. And Brecky last year, that season was amazing. He
had as many wins as walks allowed. 4. Well, after the leadoff double, Fleming, back-to-back strikeouts of Moniak and Drury. Now behind Calhoun, 2-1. He walked preceding Pilar's 3-run home run in the 4th. That started the scoring. Pilar has homered twice tonight and has driven in 5. He's on deck. And now 3-1. Career high tying 5 RBIs for Pilar. Took a cut on the cutter, 3-2. Calhoun, a long time with the Texas Rangers. Big prospect.
How long was Ron Washington there? It was quite a long run with him, didn't they?
Well, yeah, he had the pennants in 10 and 11. He was 8 years.
8, yeah. Huh?
As the Rangers manager. 07 through 14. And then he's been a coach forever, really, at baseball.
Yeah.
So a walk to Calhoun will bring up Kevin Pilar. And let's take a look at our Toyota driving force of the game. That has been Pilar. He's been driving the ball.
Yeah, that right there was pretty devastating with the pitching that they were getting out of Sandoval. The fall behind was by 3 runs with that one swing. That was one of those moments, just like last night, where you think, well, that might be the game.
And then a 2-run 5th inning, really putting the Pirates in a hole. Pirates have not mustered much offensively. And they've been getting good pitching night after night, and bound to have a hiccup once in a while. He's going to shop at the gap. There is another RBI for Kevin Pilar, a new career high for him. He's driven in a half dozen tonight after that double.
And he's gotten his OPS up over 800. And just took another big jump. That extra base hit.
He's driven in a run in 4 consecutive plate appearances.
Perfectly placed.
So now 8-0 for Ohapi. No Pirate pitcher has been unscathed tonight. Priester gave up 5 4 2/3, 2 1/3 for Contreras. And now Fleming here in the 8th. The Angels are 6 for 13 with runners in scoring position tonight. And they'll have another run. 9-0.
most likely go as a hit, I would think.
Take a look. Kind of that in-between hop. Don't see too many of those go Hayes' way.
Well, you got to, when they're hit like that, you got to take what you got. There's no time to back up, get a longer hop. And with Hayes, most of the time that doesn't matter with him. Catch everything.
That'll be a 4th hit tonight for Logan O'Hoppe. His 2nd run batted in.
Grandal's going to be tired after this one.
Yeah, he had to leap for that one. Every Angel has been on base tonight. Only Cole Tucker without a hit. And Pilar with those RBIs in 4 consecutive plate appearances in the same game. There's Tucker on deck. Ohtani was the last Angel to do that in the same game a couple of years back. But Pilar can't pitch. Well, actually, he has pitched before. It's not as well as Ohtani. 2 more for the Angels. They're up 9-zip.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big-name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
Well, despite the score, still can have some fun at the ballpark and on your TV tonight. Thanks for tuning us in. It's 9-0, all Angels tonight. Pirates still have a couple of at-bats. See what they can do here late. Well, they got Sandoval out of the game. That's good news as he went 7 scoreless.
I'm not sure we got him out of the game. Or were you referring to the Los Angeles Angels? They got him out of the game.
The pitch count.
Yep.
Which is the original pitch timer.
His last pitch was 97, best fastball of the night. Well, I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah, he looked like Keller did last night. And Keller was really sharp for the Pirates yesterday. So Garcia comes on and gets Taylor to fly out. Alika Williams has hit the ball hard twice tonight.
Yes. Lined out to short that first time out.
Kind of did what you were talking about, that approach, hitting the ball to right field against Sandoval. Williams has been one of the better hitters, if not the best hitter of the Pirates, hitting high velocity this year. Really made a big improvement from his cameo last year. Drury handles the second out. Two quick ones for Luis Garcia. picking up here in the 8th inning. Now in his 12th year pitching in the major leagues. He was out of baseball before he ever started in the big leagues. Worked as a barber and worked for a moving company. Just kind of gave it a second chance. Went into independent baseball, and while he was working as a mover, and got signed. And that same season, when he was signed by the Phillies, went to the major leagues, and he hasn't. They've been getting a lot of contract offers year after year since then.
Moving those color TVs.
Yeah.
During the day and pitching at night.
That's before flat screens. Touch out to left. But Pilar takes care of that. And the Pirates gone in the 8th. Still all Angels.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him. He's ready to go. He's aggressive.
Here's a dude that swings 52% of the time on first pitches.
Corey Seager smashes a ball.
The ability to be able to come together and compete every night. You know, that's what it's all about at this point for me.
Corey Seager does it again.
This guy is doing it all. He's hitting bombs all the time.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Angels coming to bat with a 9-0 lead. 15 hits for the Angels tonight. The only Angel to not get one, Cole Tucker. He'll lead it off against Kyle Nicholas.
I love watching Nicholas throw the other night. Man, what an arm. See what he does tonight. Got 5 strikeouts now, 3 innings of work. Was well up into the upper 90s, touched 100 once. Slider was coming in there at 94, 95.
And Triolo ranging with the first out.
What was that one, 98, 99?
It's got to be. Big armed righty out of Ball State. Tucker trying to be. He's the last Angel to not get a hit tonight. And looks like he'll still be in that boat. No, he wants it against his old club. But yeah, with Nicholas, you think about it. And how many times we see that big arm, somebody come up and they just don't throw enough strikes and then they kind of disappear. But, and he's had that throughout his minor league season, but we've seen a couple of games now where he's in that strike zone. You got to keep it going, but that's a good sign, because like a swing like that, it just tells you that it can be special. He was a second-round pick of the Marlins.
He's got the luck, doesn't he? Got the stare.
Late inning relief. Oh yeah, he'd been a starting pitcher for a lot of that minor league career. Overthrew that.
They just want to prove it was an 0-2 pitch. I'm going to throw 100 here.
Yeah.
Just show everybody I can throw 100.
Get it on the board.
Yep. Check the box.
Get him out in front of that slider. 2 outs. There's always room on a roster for a guy throwing upper 90s if he's throwing strikes.
Yep.
Especially with that good breaking ball, too.
Although we did have one guy that threw out of the bullpen that did that, threw strikes most of the time, but the fastball just didn't play like
Archimedes Caminero.
Yes.
He threw 100 miles an hour every time, and it would get turned around.
All the time, like he was throwing 93. Could never figure that out. Exception to every rule, I guess.
Sandoval getting a 6th at bat tonight.
That curveball.
He does have one, yeah.
It had to be what that was. As 87, it had a pretty good break to it. That's a hard curveball. Everything he's throwing is hard.
Jack Sawinski is in left field.
Where's the pitcher hit? Double switch.
Left out. Now, once in a while, you see that catchers will DH and then they bring him into catch or something like that, and then it goes to extra innings. And I've seen at least one game where this year where the Pirates have had the opponent, the pitcher bat, guided toward the mound. Nicholas.
Nice inning.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 9th.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. It's a good one. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
Even though it's 9-0, it can always be a party. Just depends on what mood you're in. So
yeah,
let's have some fun. In
between innings, a dance party kind of broke out there. Everybody was up and dancing.
Hashtag winning, so they'll bring in Carlos Estevez.
His numbers aren't that great. 6.23 ERA and just 8 innings of work. Strike thrower, though.
Was an all-star last year.
Just going to give him some work, I guess. When's the last time he's pitched?
Let's take a look. Sawinski was just substituted.
Yeah, that one's going to be handled.
Get him in a bat.
It's a rare time you'll ever look at a piece of paper.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
I look at paper every day.
No, you don't. You look at the glass screen.
We're coming out.
Estevez.
April 30th.
No, really?
That's what it says.
Well, he needed to work then.
It's been a week. Your sense was right. One on Hayes. And do you think my kids write on paper and then they bring home their work from school? Right? I look at papers.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Right.
You probably do look at some papers.
Yeah.
School papers.
We get a local newspaper that's delivered to our driveway.
Really? You do? And you read that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good for you.
Yeah. And if we're on the road, then I come back home and read the previous issue.
I gave up on paper. Except at the ballpark.
Oh, so this is your paper refuge now. Okay.
Yeah. When I'm at home, I don't deal with paper anymore.
Now 3-2 on Hayes. Looks like Derek Shelton will get Tellez in at bat. Neto comes to get it.
He's still full of energy, isn't he, Neto?
Yeah, I mean,
after he threw that ball, he ran halfway to home plate.
He's 23 years old.
Look at him. Feeling frisky out here in the 9th inning.
Here's Rowdy. We just showed some people being rowdy out there, so good timing. You got 97. Last 7 games, 6 for 18. That's a .333 clip, 3 extra base hits. A couple of lefties by the Angels start this series. Right-hander tomorrow, so he'll probably be back in there. Pirates with 3 hits tonight. Kevin Pillar with a career high 6 RBIs. He had a pair of home runs. And here's the man of the night at the plate. Pirates trying to avoid getting shut out by the Angels. They had lost 14-17 coming in. And they're looking to even up this series. The Angels have only won 1 series this year. That was the beginning of April against the Marlins. And it's looking like tomorrow will decide the series. Remember, afternoon game. And Tellez strikes out. And the Angels blank the Buccos tonight, 9-0.
Yeah, we were hoping for maybe a repeat. Priester has been throwing the ball very well, and thought maybe he would or could follow in Keller's footsteps, have a similar type game plan. But that 3-run home run and the fact that Sandoval was just awesome tonight, that really kind of tells the story right there. And then you couldn't turn it off after that either. I think we put up a 0 in the 3rd inning, I think, and we didn't have another shutout inning until the 9th when Nicholas went out there. So they were just scoring every single inning, continuing to add on, and it was just way too much.
And so, yeah, the Angels take it down to 9-0. The winner decides the series tomorrow afternoon. Estevez finishes it up. Sandoval the winner tonight. And tomorrow, get to see Martin Perez for the Pirates. Thanks to everyone a part of the broadcast tonight. And for Hannah Mears and my partner Bob Walk, Joe Block signing off from PNC Park, where it was all Angels tonight. Kevin Pillar, 6 RBIs en route to the 9-0 win for the Angels.